Welcome everyone. My name is Hal Oppenheimer and I'm the founder of the Dating Agent Network, a startup company located in Kansas City, Missouri. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to use our basic service during our Men Looking for Women beta test scheduled to begin in January. For this presentation, I will assume you have viewed our 60-second advertisement. I would also recommend you look at the first 5 of our instructional YouTube videos. These are found by clicking the Learn More button on our website. The demonstration will start with some of the basic features on your daily activity display you see here. This is the interface and control panel to your online dating library. I will then show you how to apply the filters available to our basic service customers to narrow the initial candidate population in your library. Finally, I will show you the tools we offer to keep track of your multi-site online dating campaign on a daily basis. Okay, let's get started. During the beta test, when you log on to our website, you will see this button, which will take you directly to your daily activity display, which we also call the DAD. By the way, our demonstration platform we are using today is much slower than the beta test platform will be, so thank you very much for your patience. When the beta test begins, you will have about 3,000 active female online daters in the Kansas City metropolitan area in your library. These women are 35 to 52 years old. They rank in the top 40% for attractiveness, and they do not want more kids. By default, your daily activity display will only show you currently active candidates, as you can see here in column 16. As a reminder, about 24% of the candidates in your library will leave each month and are replaced with new or returning candidates, so knowing who is currently active is a huge time saver. To see a candidate's photo gallery, you single-click on her snapshot photo. In addition to the photos on her current profile, you will see the photos she has posted in the past and all the photos that are on the various sites she uses. If you double-click on a photo, this pop-up will appear, allowing you to click View if you want a closer look at the photo. You can then use the roller on your mouse to enlarge it even further if you want to. This can be done on any of her photos. To log on to one of her dating site profiles, you simply double-click on her username. This will automatically log you into whatever site she's on. Once again, the actual website will be much faster than this demo because you will already be logged on to all your dating sites when you start. To go back to your library, you simply click on the X right here. While I'm at it, let me show you one of my favorite features on our platform. When you click on Southern Belle's username, for example, it takes us to her Plenty of Fish profile. There you can see she has temporarily removed her photos. Many attractive women are basically forced to do this because they may get as many as 200 emails a day when they start. Fortunately, as you can see here, we already have her photo gallery from her first day online. This makes our customers the only members on that dating site that know she's a knockout. Here, let's take a look at her match profile, where her username is BeautifulGirl574. Again, she took down her photos a few days after posting them on her profile. So again, we are the only place to find them. What I want to bring your attention to is that this profile is formatted differently and includes certain data that does not appear on Plenty of Fish. As you can see here, the photos she selected are a bit different also. Fortunately, before the beta begins, we will consolidate information and photos from these multi-site duplications into a single candidate folder in your library. Okay, now let's talk about the filters available to our basic service customers. In this demonstration, I'm going to assume you're new and would like to reduce the number of candidates in your initial library. So to start, let's first clear all previous filters. For that, click on the Clear Filters button right here. Okay, The 5 most important filters have boxes at the bottom, as you can see here. There are also additional filters and search features available by clicking on these column headers, as I'll show you in a minute. Starting from the left-hand side of your spreadsheet, the date of entry tells you when the candidate first appeared in our system. Some of these go back several years. Next is the photo info column. When you click on the header to column 3, this glossary of terms appears. These describe the facts and attributes we record during our 2 photo review procedures as described in our videos. These facts include the type of photos available, her actual body type, our estimate of her real age, and appearance items such as tall, tattoos, or sexy photos. We also make note of lifestyle items that appear in her photos. These include things like horses, pilot, motorcycles, guns, boats, skydiver, and runner. And we're adding to this list every day. As you see here, our basic service customers can then highlight any of these terms on their daily activity display. This makes the relevant candidates easy to spot. I can't yet demonstrate this feature, but it will be installed before the beta begins. Our premium service customers can also filter candidates in or out of their library based on these photo facts. This can be pretty fun. For example, here are 6 women who like to ride horses. They're also above the 90th percentile for attractiveness, have an average or better body type, are between the ages of 40 and 45, don't want more kids, and live within 40 miles of 64139. Next, let me show you how to filter candidates by their overall attractiveness ranking in column 4 as described in our instructional videos. When you click on the header to column 4, this pop-up will appear asking you to select the attractiveness level you wish to see. During the beta, if you want to choose multiple levels, you use the Shift key. For this example, we will select 9s, 9.5s, and 10s. This group represents the top 97th percentile and above. As you see here, this is currently about 300 active candidates. If instead you clear your filter and select just the 7s, you will see candidates ranked between the 46th and 77th percentile. This is currently about 1,200 candidates. Since 7 is the lowest rank possible, our system basically omits the least attractive 45% of the candidate population. Now let's look at the profile age column. Research shows that these ages are wrong about 71% of the time. As I mentioned earlier in the photo info column, we combine a careful review of her full photo gallery and other profile information to make a true age estimate. For example, this candidate says she is 39. But the 3 question marks you see here means she could be as much as 10 years older. Okay. Now let's click on the header to column 5. The pop-up you see here is asking you to state the age range you're interested in. However, keep in mind your Group 1 female library has already been pre-filtered for 35 to 52-year-olds. By the way, some women that enter at 52 may stay in the Group 1 population a year or so later, depending on their attractiveness level. Column 6 includes the candidate's preferred dating age range. However, some dating site profiles don't include this information, so a no answer appears here. For kids and their ages in column 7, we include 2 different kinds of information. For example, at the top of this box, this candidate's profile says she still has kids living at home. This information will vary by dating site. Right below this is the information we get from our photo review procedure. This includes our estimated age and the gender of any children shown in their photos. For example, this candidate has a boy 13, a boy about 10, and a girl about 6. The ability to filter by this information will be installed shortly. Column 8 shows the candidate's location within the greater metropolitan area of Kansas City. This does not yet have the estimated distance from your own zip code to the candidate's zip code, which will be a premium feature and installed shortly. The answers we get for pets in column 9 and education in column 10 will vary by dating site. Shortly, we will have a way to standardize these terms so they can be used to filter your library. When you click on column 11, this pop-up appears, which describes the 8 key facts and the summary we get from the candidate's profile as discussed in our video. On sites that don't provide a certain fact, you will see at NA for no answer. When the beta begins, you'll be able to highlight and/or use these facts to filter candidates in or out of your library. Before we move on to our keeping track features, let's jump to the candidate's oldest preferred age filter in column 18. While this age limit is certainly not written in stone, setting your filter for candidates that are 20 years younger than you is really not very practical. So for this demo, I selected candidates willing to date a 50-year-old man, even though my profile says I'm 54. What you see here on the right are candidates willing to date a man that's 50 years or older. Now let me show you some of the tools you will need to keep track of everything. For our basic service customers, columns 12 and 13 allow you to keep a diary of your online and offline dating activity. This feature is very valuable for keeping track of an active online dating campaign. For our premium and concierge customers, we automatically post notices of all your inbound and outbound online communications in these columns as well. For example, on 11/30/16, we notified you that H. Leah, who you previously had an interest in, had returned to an online dating site after several months as a can't find. On 12/1/16, we made a note of the email you sent her. On 12/10/16, we alerted you that she had responded to your email. Later, you noted that she had agreed to dinner. At dinner, you got her cell phone number, and afterwards, you noted that she was just as cute as her photos and got a second date. Okay, in column 14, we tell you the date that candidate first viewed your profile. Column 15 tells you the number of days since she has logged on to a dating site. And column 16 simply tells you whether she is currently active on any dating site or she is a can't find at the moment. This is very valuable information for managing an active online dating campaign as described in our Advanced Dating Tools video. Now let's look at dating status codes in column 17. As I will show you in video 10, using dating status codes to prioritize candidates in an active multi-site dating campaign is vital. There are two aspects to this feature. First, by clicking in the candidate's column 17 space, this pop-up will appear. This allows you to enter or change a candidate's dating status code. So, for illustration, I assigned AP, which means actively pursuing, to a few candidates. Now, by clicking on the header to column 17, this pop-up will appear. This allows you to display only a particular list in your daily activity display. For example, if I select AP for actively pursuing, the candidates we just coded will appear here. Okay, next I want to show you how to use the color notifications described in our videos as filters. As you'll remember, a candidate shaded yellow means she is new to our platform. Blue means she was a can't find for a while and has recently returned to one or more dating sites. Now let's assume you want to check just your new candidates, which are shaded in yellow, to decide who gets added to your library and who does not. For this, be sure you clear all your filters first. Again, this could take a minute. Then go to the Filter by Color button right here and select New Candidates, which will be shaded yellow. Once you have reviewed a particular candidate, you will enter either AP for actively pursuing in the column 17 or I for I'm not interested. If you're on your smartphone, you simply swipe left to omit and right to admit the candidate to your library. This will remove the yellow and send her to the proper dating status code list as you see here. Next, let's look at only the candidates who have recently returned to at least one dating site. For that, I selected recently returned, which is blue in my filter by color box. When you find a candidate you wish to pursue again, go to her dating status code space and enter AP for actively pursuing. This will remove the blue color and she will be added to your actively pursuing list. By the way, when you're applying filters, as I discussed earlier, you can click this button and save all the filters you have on at that moment. That is the end of this presentation. For more information about the company and to view our library of instructional videos, click the Learn More button on our website. Thank you.